Guys, welcome to Student Drivers. So it's been a long time. Been putting off this video just because of certain life circumstance, which I'll go into later on. But I'm just gonna tear the band-aid off. There's my new car. It's not an Evo anymore. It's an Audi S4. And I got some stuff I gotta do to it real quick, and I'll talk to you more about it. But let me finish that stuff up and we'll go for a drive. So here it is, the long awaited for replacement of the Evo. It's a pretty good looking car. Currently the things I've done to it, I haven't really recorded it, but it's got an AWE touring exhaust on it, a rear carbon diffuser, and these really rare OZ racing wheels. They're made in Italy. They're about $1,500 a pop, is what I saw them going for. I doubt somebody's paying that much for these, but they're pretty spendy, very light. And this car is spec'd out beyond belief. It's got all the options. Bang & Olufsen, Napa interior. But it also has a few other goodies that I put in. It's got the 034 intake with the cool little carbon thing there. It's also got the tune for their transmission, and it also has the tune for the engine itself as stage 1. Nothing too crazy, pretty fun. Next replacement is that little pulley right here in a smaller one, so we get more boost. Fun car though. Also, we're gonna replace that grill. I hate that grill. All right, let's get inside. Oop, wrong way. I would 100% recommend this for anybody who gets an S4. Boost, speed, battery. This is the most important one. Calculated air. Right now it's pretty hot because the car's been sitting for a bit. And I just had to clean a nasty mess my wife did in here. So, yeah, that's the Audi, boys. Pretty fun. I thought it would be more exciting than this, but it really isn't. I haven't done much to the car. The plan is to make it a 500 wheel horsepower daily. Right now it's sitting around 410, 415. Pretty damn slow compared to what I'm coming from. But the car does pick up. I've done a couple 0 to 60 pulls, and it's right around 3.8, 3.6 is kind of where we hover, depending on how cold it is outside and how we hook up. Definitely need new tires right now because they are a little worn. But the reason why I bought the car is all these freaking amenities. I did not have this in the Evo. Freaking backup camera for those who have the freaking wing. It's a pain in the butt on an Evo. And it's just clean. Taking a break from manual for my shoulder has been nice too. My shoulder has been in a lot of pain since a car accident. So this has been very relaxing. Also, just driving it is like, it's a joy. Like when you go from kind of a car where you're constantly doing things to a car like this, where it's kind of just everything's taken care of for you. It's so good. Ambient lighting and everything on here's on par too. Like everything, like at night, all this looks red. I really, really like it. I've always wanted one of these. I was actually always planning on buying one. I was hoping that the Evo would have been kind of like a secondary car, and then I would have this, but obviously time and money and, well, money. But yeah, that was just a little quarter throttle, little rip there. It sounds so good. Anybody who knows how these cars sound, you know what I mean. They sound like freaking supercars. Oh, so good.
Sounds like a supercar.
Picked up the Audi. The car is a V6 supercharged engine. It's very, very reliable. It's not the stereotypical Audi where if it doesn't have a check engine light, then something's wrong with it. This car actually is damn near bulletproof. These DSGs have been putting down some serious work. There's actually a guy I know on Facebook who built a full-on Zona Roto turbo kit for this and actually got rid of the supercharger because he wanted to get more power out of it. So the DSG, pretty much non-modified DSG, only it had like the mount inserts. The car made 760 wheel horsepower. It was pretty ridiculous. And the torque was right around 700 wheel torque. Pushing through the stock DSG, stock motor. All I had was just a turbo kit on it. I'm not gonna say I'll ever do that because I love the supercharger. Like this, or 500 wheel horsepower would probably clock a better quarter mile time every single time consistently than my Evo ever could. It's just because perfect launch, perfect shifts every single time. I will say though, switching to the DSG, you lose a lot of that driver feel that the Evo had. So what's going to happen with the car? There's a few things that we're actually going to be getting here soon. Once, like I said, things calm down, we're going to be probably bagging the car. I was thinking about putting on some TE37s when, like I said, things calm down a little bit. It's like $5,000 a set of wheels for the 5x112, 19x8.5 or 9.5 wheel, and on top of that, manufacturing is going to be out like 3 or 4 months, maybe a year. Some of my friends have been waiting for their Evos, but the car is awesome. I installed some mods on it to get my mind out of the gutter with all of the things going on in my life, so I'll probably go over those a little bit, but you guys already heard the exhaust. It sounds wicked. We still need to get test pipes, and then we could do these crazy backfires. Like it's like a two-step spark cut, and it's way crazier than my Evo was. And then all the mods that I'm going to be going with are with 034. I've done a lot of research on them. They know their stuff. You could also flash the car at home. You don't have to go into a shop. And then we're going to start talking next about maintenance on these cars, because I know that's probably a big fear of a lot of people with Audis. All it is oil change, DSG service, and control arms that seem to be the issue. Oh, and motor mounts. Other than that, you don't really have anything else to worry about. Also, compared to like the Evo, it had an intercooler. These have heat exchangers, which is like a coolant loop that the heat exchanger on this car is a little small, so we'll be upgrading that too. So stay tuned. There's a lot coming for this car, and I think a lot of people are going to be very impressed with how crazy these cars can get. Like, it's not going to be like 1,000 wheel horsepower Evo, but for what this car is, with no modifications, no cams, nothing, and the reliability that these cars have, I think it's a car that's really heavily slept on. And I'm going to be trying to go for the quarter mile record on this car. The quarter mile record is like 10.1. I'm going to see if I can get this car in the 9s. I'm talking full meth kit, nitrous, ported blower, big ass heat exchanger. The car is gonna have a lot done to it, the more and more I think about the stuff I want to do with it. So it's not gonna be as crazy as the Evo by any means, but this thing is gonna rip, and it's gonna put a lot of people to shame. So thanks again, guys. If you're new, subscribe, follow the build. There's a lot coming. I'm already in talks with people for sponsorships and continuation of the build. So follow us on Instagram, or follow me on Instagram, or do whatever you want to do. But like, subscribe, and have a great rest of your day.